Azure Storage is a cloud storage solution provided by Microsoft Azure. It offers scalable, durable, and highly available storage for various types of data, including blobs, files, queues, and tables. Azure Storage is essential for developers building cloud-based applications, as it provides a reliable way to store and retrieve data. In this presentation, we will delve into the specifics of setting and retrieving properties and metadata in Azure Storage, a crucial aspect of managing and organizing your stored data effectively. Properties and metadata are key value pairs associated with Azure Storage objects. Properties are system-defined and provide information about the object, such as its size, type, and last modified date. Metadata, on the other hand, is user-defined and allows you to store additional information about the object, such as custom tags or descriptions. Understanding how to set and retrieve these attributes is vital for efficient data management and retrieval in Azure Storage. Setting properties in Azure Storage involves defining system-defined attributes for storage objects. These properties include details like the content type, content encoding, and cache control. For example, when uploading a blob, you can specify its content type to ensure it is handled correctly by applications. Setting these properties helps optimize data retrieval and ensures that the stored data is used effectively by various services and applications. Retrieving properties from Azure Storage allows you to access system-defined attributes of storage objects. This can be done using Azure Storage SDKs or REST APIs. For instance, you can retrieve the last modified date of a blob to determine if it needs to be updated. Accessing these properties is crucial for maintaining data integrity and ensuring that your applications are working with the most up-to-date information. Metadata in Azure Storage is user-defined and can be set to store additional information about storage objects. This can include custom tags, descriptions, or any other relevant data. Setting metadata is done using Azure Storage SDKs or REST APIs. For example, you can add metadata to a blob to categorize it or provide additional context. This helps in organizing and managing your data more effectively, making it easier to search and retrieve specific objects. Retrieving metadata from Azure Storage involves accessing user-defined attributes of storage objects. This can be done using Azure Storage SDKs or REST APIs. For example, you can retrieve metadata to get custom tags or descriptions associated with a blob. Accessing metadata is essential for understanding the context and categorization of your data, which aids in efficient data management and retrieval. Let's consider a practical example of setting properties for a blob in Azure Storage. Suppose you are uploading an image file and want to set its content type to image/JPEG. Using Azure Storage SDKs, you can specify this property during the upload process. This ensures that any application retrieving the image knows how to handle it correctly. Setting properties like content type is crucial for optimizing data usage and ensuring compatibility with various services. In this example, we will retrieve properties of a blob to check its last modified date. Using Azure Storage SDKs, you can access the blob's properties and retrieve the last modified attribute. This information is useful for determining if the blob needs to be updated or if it is the latest version. Retrieving properties helps maintain data integrity and ensures that your applications are working with the most current data. Consider a scenario where you want to add metadata to a blob to categorize it. For instance, you can add a category metadata attribute with the value financial reports. Using Azure Storage SDKs, you can set this metadata during the upload process. This helps in organizing your data and makes it easier to search for specific categories of blobs. Setting metadata is a powerful way to add context and improve data management. Let's look at an example of retrieving metadata from a blob. Suppose you want to get the category metadata attribute to understand the context of the blob. Using Azure Storage SDKs, you can access the blob's metadata and retrieve the category attribute. This information is valuable for categorizing and managing your data effectively. Retrieving metadata helps in understanding the context and improving data retrieval processes. When working with properties and metadata in Azure Storage, it's important to follow best practices. Ensure that you set relevant properties and metadata to optimize data retrieval and management. Use meaningful key-value pairs for metadata to provide clear context. Regularly update properties and metadata to reflect any changes in the data. Following these best practices helps in maintaining data integrity and improving the efficiency of your storage solutions. There are common pitfalls to avoid when setting and retrieving properties and metadata in Azure Storage. One common mistake is not setting properties correctly, leading to issues with data retrieval. Another pitfall is using unclear or inconsistent metadata, which can make data management difficult. To avoid these issues, ensure that you follow best practices and regularly review your properties and metadata. Properly managing these attributes helps in maintaining an efficient and organized storage system. Advanced techniques for working with metadata in Azure Storage include using metadata for indexing and search optimization. By setting metadata attributes that are relevant to your search criteria, you can improve the efficiency of data retrieval. Additionally, you can use metadata to implement custom data management policies, such as categorizing data based on its life cycle or access patterns. These advanced techniques help in leveraging metadata to enhance the functionality and performance of your storage solutions. When setting and retrieving properties and metadata in Azure Storage, it's important to consider security. Ensure that sensitive information is not stored in metadata, as it can be accessed by anyone with read permissions. Use Azure Storage's built-in security features, such as encryption and access control, to protect your data. Regularly review and update your security policies to ensure that your storage solutions remain secure. Considering security helps in protecting your data and maintaining compliance with regulations. In conclusion, setting and retrieving properties and metadata in Azure Storage is a crucial aspect of managing your data effectively. By understanding and implementing these techniques, you can optimize data retrieval, improve data management, and enhance the functionality of your storage solutions. As next steps, practice setting and retrieving properties and metadata using Azure Storage SDKs and REST APIs. Explore advanced techniques and best practices to further improve your storage solutions. With these skills, you will be well equipped to develop efficient and organized storage systems in Azure.